Greetings, royal enthusiasts and lovers of all things Sussex. Welcome to the Sussex Ambassador channel, your reliable source for everything related to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. We are committed to delivering accurate and unbiased information, debunking myths, and cutting through the noise of misinformation. If you're new here, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button for future updates. Now, without further ado, let's delve into today's topic. Recently, the Dailymail made some rather bold assertions regarding the Sussexes' partnership with Netflix. The media outlet has claimed that the Sussexes' contract with the streaming giant could potentially be on the line due to a supposed polo documentary. The Dailymail has posited that this documentary, which allegedly delves into the world of polo, a sport passionately played by Prince Harry, might be a sticking point for Netflix. The Dailymail's narrative spins a tale of potential conflict and tension between the Sussexes and Netflix. They suggest that the polo documentary could be seen as a deviation from the couple's promise to produce content that gives hope and inspires. They imply that this could make the streaming platform think twice about renewing their contract with the Duke and Duchess. It's important to note that these claims are speculative in nature. The Daily Mail has not provided concrete evidence to support their assertions. They have not cited any statements from Netflix or the Sussexes that would confirm their suggestion of a potential contract termination. Instead, their narrative seems to rely heavily on conjecture and assumption. Furthermore, the Daily Mail's claims appear to overlook the fact that the Sussexes' partnership with Netflix is multifaceted. It's not solely about producing documentaries or series. It's about creating a diverse range of content, from children's programming to inspiring stories of real-life heroes. Therefore, the inclusion of a polo documentary does not necessarily contradict the Sussexes' commitment to creating inspiring and hopeful content. In essence, the Daily Mail's claims paint a speculative picture of the Sussexes' partnership with Netflix. They suggest potential turmoil and conflict without providing substantial evidence to back up their assertions. So should we take these claims at face value? Not so fast. Let's examine these allegations more closely. The Daily Mail's assertions regarding the Sussexes' Netflix contract seem to be founded on shaky ground. They claim that the contract might not be renewed due to a polo documentary, a premise that, upon closer inspection, leaves one scratching their head. Firstly, there's the curious matter of the lack of concrete evidence. The Daily Mail's claim hinges almost entirely on speculation, rather than on any tangible proof. We're expected to swallow this narrative without a shred of solid confirmation. The Daily Mail appears to be playing a game of whispers, hoping that the echo of their claims will drown out the need for proof. Secondly, there's the issue of inconsistency. If we're to believe the Daily Mail's story, then we must also believe that Netflix, a titan of the streaming industry, would potentially sever a lucrative partnership over a single documentary. This seems to be a rather disproportionate reaction, don't you think? But let's not stop there. There's also the matter of media bias to consider. It's no secret that the Sussexes have had a tumultuous relationship with the British press. The Daily Mail, in particular, has been a persistent critic of Harry and Meghan. So it's crucial to question whether these allegations are a fair assessment of the situation or a manifestation of an ongoing media bias. There's a saying, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The Daily Mail's narrative certainly falls into the category of extraordinary claims. Yet they seem to have forgotten the second part of the equation, the extraordinary evidence. In this era of instant information, it's more important than ever to practice critical thinking when consuming news. We must not take everything we read at face value. Instead, we should question, scrutinize, and demand proof. We should consider the source of the information, their possible motives, and any potential bias they might have. In the case of the Daily Mail's claims about the Sussexes' Netflix contract, we're left with more questions than answers. The claims are vague, the evidence is lacking, and the potential for bias is high. It's a murky picture, and one that we should be cautious of accepting without further scrutiny. The media has a powerful influence over public opinion. It can shape narratives, sway perceptions, and even alter the course of events. But with this power comes responsibility. The responsibility to be accurate, fair, and transparent. Unfortunately, in this instance, it seems the Daily Mail may have fallen short of these standards. But, as always, there are two sides to every story. And in this case, the other side comes from an insider with first-hand knowledge of the situation. Someone who can provide a different perspective on the Sussexes' relationship with Netflix. Now let's hear from an insider on the matter. In contrast to the Dailymail's speculations, the Netflix boss has had nothing but praise for Harry and Meghan. In the midst of the swirling controversy stirred up by the Dailymail's claims, the Netflix boss has emerged as a beacon of positivity, projecting a completely different perspective. Contrary to the notion that the Sussexes' Netflix contract may be in jeopardy, the Netflix boss instead has been full of commendation for the royal couple. Let's delve into his comments. He pointedly gave credit to Harry and Meghan for their remarkable ability to command public attention. He noted, with evident admiration, that the Sussexes' charisma extends far beyond just their royal status. Their sincere passion for the issues they champion, coupled with their authentic engagement with their audience, has created a magnetic pull for viewers worldwide. The Netflix boss further emphasized that the couple's ability to captivate audiences is a testament to their genuine commitment to their work and their causes. Their projects are not just about entertainment, but about sparking conversations and bringing about social change. And it's this blend of passion, authenticity, and influence that has made them invaluable partners to Netflix. In the words of the Netflix boss himself, Harry and Meghan have a unique ability to connect with people around the world. Their work resonates on a global scale. This statement stands in stark contrast to the Daily Mail's claims, painting a picture of a partnership that is not just surviving, but thriving. These positive remarks from the Netflix boss, a key player in the industry, certainly hold more weight than the conjectures of a tabloid. They underscore the value that Harry and Meghan bring to the table, and the impact they continue to make through their work with Netflix. So when we juxtapose the Daily Mail's claims with the Netflix boss's statements, a striking contrast emerges. On one hand, we have baseless speculations of a partnership in peril. On the other, we have a ringing endorsement from an industry giant. Clearly, there seems to be a discrepancy between what the Daily Mail is saying and what Netflix is saying. So, what can we take away from all of this? The world of media is a complex labyrinth, where different narratives compete for attention, each one attempting to claim its own version of the truth. Today, we've dissected one such narrative, the Daily Mail's claims regarding the Sussexes and their Netflix contract. We've peeled back the layers, examined the assertions, and considered the counterpoints. The Daily Mail, like any news outlet, has its own lens through which it views the world. Its claims about the Sussexes and their Netflix contract being in jeopardy due to a Polo documentary were presented with a certain degree of certainty. However, as we've seen, these claims are not quite as concrete as they might initially appear. In contrast, we have the words of the Netflix boss, who has expressed positivity and credit towards Harry and Meghan. The way they engaged the public's attention was acknowledged and admired. This is a starkly different narrative, one that emphasizes the value and influence of the Sussexes, rather than predicting their downfall. What does this tell us? It serves as a reminder that it's crucial to approach news with a critical mind. Not every claim is as it seems, and sometimes the reality is far more nuanced. Media bias can and does exist, and it is our responsibility as consumers of news to navigate these biases, to question, to probe, and to seek out a variety of sources. The Sussexes story is just one of many. It's a story that's often told in extremes, with sensational headlines and bold predictions. But beneath the surface, there's a more complex narrative, one that involves a couple navigating their unique path in the face of intense public scrutiny. To form a balanced view, we must resist the temptation to accept one narrative as the absolute truth. We should consider different perspectives, weigh the evidence, and remember that reality is often more complex than a single headline would have us believe. This critical approach to news consumption is not just applicable to the Sussexes story, but to any news story. It encourages us to become more discerning, more thoughtful, and ultimately, better informed. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, farewell.